Of course, we will be chatting to Jeremy in just a bit. There's so much sport action coming through from this weekend, and what a weekend it was. We're definitely going to be chatting about the Reds. Yeah. But before we get into it, let's stick to the topic of sport. And we're talking about the Vusa Rugby and Learning Academy, which is a program run in the Langa township in the Western Cape. Now, this remarkable program has impacted the lives of so many children who often come from difficult circumstances. And now the academy not only offers an impressive rugby program, but also and academic support, peer learning and mobile library programs too. How awesome is that?
That is amazing. And here to share more about the Vusa Rugby and Learning Academy, please welcome Academy Director Brendan Fogarty and Programme Manager Makabongwe Kahla. They are joining us this morning. Good morning.
Thank you.
Good morning, gents, man. Thank you so much for joining us. It's bright and early, which we always appreciate after a good weekend. But I've got to ask, man, what you guys are doing is incredible. Everybody out here loves it. How did it start? When did you guys get involved? What was the reason behind this?
I think we started in about 2001. And I think initially we started off to try and create a difference. We got things wrong in the beginning. We sort of based ourselves in the wrong kind of places. And slowly but surely we've metamorphed, and we now base ourselves exclusively in Langa, which is where the kids live. It's where the coaches live. And so what started off as an exclusive rugby program has now developed into an academic program, a preschool creche ECD program, academics, kids get a hot meal every single day, and we do educational outings, aquarium, Table Mountain, Newlands Rugby. So we've kind of metamorphed into what we like to consider an all-round after-schools program. For our kids.
Yeah, and I love that you've bridged away. I mean, the draw card was rugby, and you've bridged away from that to include the academic side of it. Where did you see the need for that?
I think the need really came about initially when we found children from Langa going into Model C schools. We found that often the academic gap was a little bit big, and kids would come in possibly on scholarships to schools, and they were finding the bridge a little bit difficult. And I think that's what initially started the academic program. But I think more importantly, whilst rugby is a great sport, very few people actually make rugby a career. And academics is ultimately what we're going to generate an income from. So the academic component is a very, very important part of the program.
Now, I believe that not only are you guys working in Langa, but we move a little bit closer, well, over the suburbs a bit, and I believe there's somewhat of a relationship with Bishop's College, which, in my opinion, has been this upper echelon when it comes to the prestige of a kid when he has an athletic mindset or even an academic one. So what is the relationship with the two of you guys?
So I'm a teacher at Bishop's.
Okay.
I teach at the Bishop's Prep School, and I think it's vital, I think in South Africa, where we have hubs of excellence, to be tapping into these hubs of excellence and looking to create conduits between other communities that are maybe not as fortunate, and to sort of rise whilst we're rising, to lift the communities around us. We have all the facilities, we have the expertise, we have the means and the know-how at Bishop's. So what a wonderful opportunity to tap into a community that is not far away from us. If the robots are all red, it takes us 5 minutes. Yeah. If the robots are all green, it takes us 5 minutes to get to Langa. So I think there's a natural conduit between the two communities.
I must just comment on that. And one thing that I love about it is the fact that you're not just necessarily taking the kid out of the community and putting them into a system, you're bringing the system to them, which is for me something I've noticed to be so impactful when a kid gets to see in their own environment what other kids and their friends are able to do, which I think is so inspiring. So it would sound as though you're getting that expertise from Bishop's, bringing it to these kids, which, man, I've got to say thank you for that, because I think it's been something that's been lacking when it comes to adding value to these communities especially. So well done, man, guys. That was awesome.
It's amazing. Now, Mac, as programming manager, you've got a big role with you. Are you more hands-on involved? Can you give us a little bit of an overview of what happens at the academy?
Yeah, so I'm more hands-on. I run the daily program, whichever daily program will start at 8 o'clock in the morning, right up until at 5. So during those times, we're doing physical educations with our preschool ECD kids from 6 until 7, and then in the afternoon, that's when we're doing the rugby training from 3 o'clock until 5 o'clock. Also, between that slot, we're also doing the academics, as Brendan mentioned. So basically, it's a full day work from 8 o'clock right up until 5 o'clock, and there's a big focus on terms of academics and kids being in the team environment and whatnot. So yeah, it's a full day.
Well, Mac, I mean, for the rest of Mzansi, if they do want to get involved in the program, want to find out more, how exactly can they do so?
Yeah, we are based in Cape Town, Langa. Hopefully in the future we can be able to expand to go to another province. But at the moment we are based here in Langa. It's free for everyone. We do have kids outside of Langa who actually come to the program. So anyone who wants to be involved in rugby, they can come and join us. They can contact us on Facebook, Vusa Rugby and Academy, on Twitter @Vusa Academy. So it's free for all kids from ages 9 to under 13. They're welcome, boys and girls, they're welcome to join us.
I love that. Well, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We say a big thank you to Vusa Academy Director, Brendan, and Programme Manager, Makabongwe, who joined us this morning. Now, don't go anywhere, because some of the kids of the Vusa Academy will be showing us how they stay fit after this. Ral is joining them.
I don't know what I got myself into here,
Well, listen, I'm just so excited to see that there are girls playing rugby.
Yes, that's awesome.
There we go. Well, listen, so much more coming up after the break.